Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Perumal Jegan. This video is another Try Hack Me exploration. And today I'm going to explore how to analyze a phishing email. Try Hack Me came up with 5 different rooms, especially to talk phishing and its analysis. When we talk phishing, which is very important in the life of cyber defender, because most of the cyber attacks happen because of the phishing emails. The ordinary user might not aware how a mail become a nightmare to their enterprise, but as a cyber defender you must know how a phishing email should look like and how to tackle, how to analyze the email. Without wasting a time, let me showcase that room. Now you are looking at the Try Hack Me homepage. Actually, it's a new room. They newly introduced this phishing room. As I said, there are 5 rooms here. Phishing emails 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna split my videos into parts. So in this video, I'm gonna showcase, I'm gonna explore the phishing email 1 room. Okay. So let me get in. Yeah, so here I am, phishing emails 1. Learn all the components that make up an email. So in this room, they simply gave an introduction, what is email, how the email functions, when you click the send button in the email client, how the email is distributed to the recipients that you mentioned. So they gave clearly about that, and also they gave some introduction about the email header, a cyber defender, how to analyze that header. So those techniques are given here. So without wasting a time, let's get in. Okay, let's see the introduction. Spam and phishing are common social engineering techniques. And in social engineering, phishing attack vectors can be a phone call, a text message, or email. As you should have already guessed, our focus is on email as the attack vector. So, social engineering techniques might be on various mediums, but the email medium is one of the crucial and more utilized medium. So that is why we are going to give priority to the email, and we are going to see that we all should be somewhat familiar with what spam is. So here they gave the history of spam emails. The first spam emails was detected on 1978, so that's what they gave. And see the evolution of the phishing emails. It got evoluted and came till 2021. Still most of the threat actors using phishing emails as their primary weapon. So phishing is a serious attack vector that you as a defender will have to defend against. Yeah, they gave some brief introduction about those phishing and all. So let's go to the main part, the task 2, the email address. So here they gave the shape of the email address. What is the syntax of an email address? The invention of the email dates back to 1970 for ARPANET. Yes, probably before you were born. Okay. So what makes up an email address? So an email address generally look like this. It contains an at the rate symbol and the domain name and the user's mail name. So if you witness the email, it usually look like this: name, at the rate, and the domain name. So this is the format of the email, and all letters are in smaller case. So this is about, I think the answer is 1970s. Yeah, I answered it properly. So email delivery. So focus here in this part, because email delivery might be one of the critical basic concepts that everyone should know. When you are attending an interview, particularly, people might ask about an email delivery process. So if you see this, they gave here with the diagram, they clearly explain. So this might be easier for you to keep in mind about the email delivery concept. So a handful of protocols are involved in magic that takes place when you hit send in the email client. By now, you should already know that certain protocols were created to handle specific network related tasks such as email. So these are the protocols involved in the email distribution. So there are 3 protocols: SMTP, the primary one, simple mail transfer protocol. Actually, it is utilized to handle the sending of emails. So this is the protocol responsible for uh, distribution of the email and sending of the emails. And the second protocol is POP3, Post Office Protocol. I think the version is 3. Is responsible transferring emails between client and the email server. So keep that in mind. And IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol. So this is another protocol responsible for transferring email between client and the email server. You may ask, both seems to be the same, but it is not. There are some differences. So you should notice that both, yeah, that is what they gave here. The difference between two listed below. So let's see how POP3 differs from IMAP. So emails are downloaded and stored on a single device. Okay. So when the email distribution protocol is POP3, then the email the email will be distributed only to that specific device to which the sender has mentioned, and the send messages are stored on a single device from which the email was sent. The email can only be accessed from single device the emails were downloaded to, and once the email server distributed the email to the recipient, the email will be erased from the server. So that is the POP3. So if you want to keep messages on the server, you need to choose this message. You need to choose this option, keep mail on server. Okay. Um, or all messages are deleted from the server once downloaded by the that recipient device. All right. Now let's move on to the IMAP. So here are the crucial points about IMAP. Emails are stored on the server and can be downloaded to multiple devices. So by using IMAP, the recipient device simply copies the emails from the mail server. Okay, it is not gonna the message not gonna be deleted from the mail distribution server, and the send messages are stored on the server. So this is the very crucial point, and also the difference between POP3 and IMAP. Messages can be synced and accessed across multiple devices. So this one you also keep in mind. Now let's talk about how email travels from sender to the recipient. So here is the life cycle of an email, how an email travels through a network. Okay, so this diagram might be so helpful for you to understand the email flow. So focus here. So here you can see they highlighted with number 1. This is the first stage from alexa@johndoe.com. So this is where the email is originating, and it reaches to its next SMTP server. The SMTP server is configured in every network, so it reaches to that SMTP server. From that server actually queries for a DNS server. For example, if I wish to send the email to Google, I'm using a random email address like random@google.com. So when I click the send button, the email will reach my next SMTP server, which my ISP is managing, and from there the SMTP server will probe the domain name. It will probe for the IP address. So I'm looking for Google domain, so it will look for the google.com, and the DNS server will give the respective IP address. And once it gets the IP address, it simply forward that email to the next SMTP server through the network. So here they added the firewall, and the number 5 indicates the network, internet. And number, the second firewall is the firewall which is in the client, the recipient's network. Um, and the sixth step is the SMTP server in their network. So once it reaches the recipient SMTP server, the SMTP server shares that email to its POP3 or IMAP server. So this is different server from where the clients can retrieve the emails. So this is the process of an email, the life cycle of an email, and what I explained here, they gave it as a sentence. So you can refer if you want. Lastly, each protocol has its associated default ports and recommended ports. For example, SMTP is port 25. TCP port 25 is used by SMTP and it is its standard port. And read the following article to understand the difference between each here. So they added one more external link. Here we will be able to see what are all the port numbers or what are all the different protocols being used in email distribution. Okay, now it has been loaded. You can see what are all the protocols here: IMAP secure, IMAP insecure, POP3 secure, POP3 insecure. So in each IMAP and POP3 there are secured and unsecured versions. So and there are the respective ports. If you wish to use IMAP secure, then you need to use port 983. This is the standard port. So these are all the port details of IMAP and POP3, both are secured and secured versions. And for SMTP, here we go. If we want the SMTP secure channel, then port 465 to be used, and also port 587 for insecure transport. And you can see SMTP port 25, the more common one, outdated and not recommended. Username and password authentication must be enabled if using this port. So this must be kept in mind. Right. So this is all about this email delivery and the basics of the email syntax, email ID syntax. So what is the port classified as the secure SMTP port? And it is nothing but 465. So let me answer that. That's the correct answer. And what port is classified as secure transport for IMAP? For IMAP, it is nothing but 993. That is the secure transport. And let me answer that. And what port is classified as secure transport for POP3? 995. So this is it. We accomplished the task 2. Sorry, task 3, email delivery. And the next one is keep email header. So this is where you must focus, because every email must be having two parts. One is email header, another one is email body. So that is what they give here. So let's see. The syntax of the email messages is known as internet message format. So that's just a theoretical concept that to aware. And let's look the email headers first. So in simple, when you look at an email, you usually, let me zoom it a little bit. Yeah. If you see an email, review this, review this, review this. Depending on your email client, whether a web client or a desktop app, the steps to view these email headers fields will vary, but the concept is the same. So let me showcase each and every raw messages in each and every email client. So let me open a mail here. So I am in my Gmail inbox. So here I opened one of the spam emails that I received. So I have no idea whether the email is spam or not. Here I can see it came from unlimited advertising and a random address like btgo.com with the domain. And the destination, my email address, and the subject, and the mailed by btgo.com. Here they give, here we can see only the limited details, but these details can be deceiving. So that is why we need to check the email you have to click this menu bar over here. Let me zoom a little bit. Yeah. Now you can see the menu bar here. So when I click menu, I can see an option show original. So I need to open this show original. When I open in the new tab, I'm getting the details about the complete details about the email. So here I can see some more details. The message ID. Every mail has a unique ID, but this can be forged by the attacker. So even this parameter is not trustworthy. And the email created at this particular time and the email from this particular domain. See the email address inside this special quotation marks and to email, my email and the subject and the SPF, sender policy framework. I'll explain that what is SPF. Actually, the SPF is fast. It is one of the email security mechanism, and even the email passed the SPF and with the IP address of this particular one. So from this IP address only the email seems to be originated. So this is the overall original message info, and here you can see in this particular image they gave some more details which might be intimidating to you, but it is not the real case. If you get to know how to analyze email header, then it would be easy for you to analyze, examine any sort of email. So the above image shows some, not all the information within the email header. You can review this email, the email samples directly desktop. You can attach the information, the email title, email. Okay, actually, so this is the sample that they gave over this particular machine. But I am gonna explain the header analysis with my personal email, the spam I received in my personal email. So here you can see from the above image, there are other email headers, fields of interest, X originating IP. So if I scroll up, I'll be able to see a parameter called X-originating IP. So this is the public IP from where this email has been originated. But let me see the same here. When I try to see the X-originating IP, I'm not able to see a particular parameter. In that case, you can simply refer the received parameter. So if you see the received parameter, you will be able to see from where the email has been originated. Okay. All right. Now let's see the next one. SMTP mail from or header from the domain the email was sent from, and the reply to, this is the email address. The reply mail will be sent to instead of the some email address. So I received the email. When I click reply or reply all, when I click especially to the reply, there the email will be delivered. It is always not the case. The email will be delivered to this particular address. You can see a parameter return path. In return path, they mentioned a specific email. So this particular email only, our reply email will be sent. And the next one, to clarify the email in the same sample above, the sender is this part. Okay, they talked about this particular sample. So here you can see reply to, in reply to, the email address is reply at ant.amki-tech.com. So to this email only, your reply email will be sent. And below is the additional resources for media template, how to analyze the email address. I think this particular resource will be more useful for you, because in this link they discussed about more parameters that you can witness in the email header. So let's see the first one here, the from address and the subject date. Two, they also mention what is the possibility of forging that parameter. This displays who the message is from. However, this can be easily forged. And the subject the hacker keeps for the email. and the date where when the email has been composed. And two, this shows to whom the email was addressed, but this may not contain recipient address. And return path, as I discussed before, the email address for return mail, same as reply to. Alright. The next, envelope code. This header shows that the email was delivered to the mailbox of subscriber whose email address is this one. Alright. Delivery date. Actually, the delivery date is differs from the date. The date simply indicates the date when the email has been composed. But the delivery date is date and time at which the email was received by the recipient. So the time might be different because it's not always the same. I mean, it's not always the case that the sending, I mean, the time of the email sending and the recipient timing must be matching, because in the email, the email life cycle, you can see every email is stored in the recipient's POP3 or IMAP server. From there only the recipient will be retrieving the email. So the time of retrieving might be different. And here you can see the DKIM and domain key signature. These are related to domain keys which are currently supported by media template services. So this is another email security feature like SPF. Now let's see the message ID. You can see the message ID here as I showcased before. So that is, they explained, a unique string assigned by email system when the message is first created. This can be easily forged. Even this particular entity is subject to forging. MIME version, multi-purpose internet mail extensions, is an internet standard that extends the format of email and the content type. So this is another useful parameter to look for, content type. So we can, by seeing the email header, we will be able to understand what sort of content the email contains. Let's see here. Here you can see which is text and plain. So there is no attachment or another parameters. Only a simple text is present in this email. There is no hazardous links or attachments. And yes, spam status displays a spam score created by your service mail client. Spam level, both are same almost, and the message body at the end. So finding the original sender. You might ask, we came through a lot of parameters, but how we can spot the original sender? So that is the step given here. The easiest way for finding the original sender is by looking the text originating IP. But here in our case, we don't have the header. Instead, they gave another solution. This header is important since it tells you the IP address of computer that had sent your email. So the originating IP. If you cannot find the originating IP header, then you will have to sift through the received headers. As I said before, we don't have the originating IP, hence we can see the received headers. In received header, you can see multiple values or multiple IP addresses. What all these you might ask? These are all the relays through which the email traveled. So as I said before, when the email travels through an internet, it might came across multiple SMTP servers. So all those servers will be recorded in this received header. So you can registry Erin for North America, and there are 5 internet registries across the globe for each continent. So you can report that IP address to the respective IP registry. Okay. So this is it about the overall header analysis. Now let's see what is the email address. What email address is same as reply to. Email address reply to. Okay. Actually, the reply to We can also call it as return path. So I think that must be the answer here. Return path. Yeah, that is the correct answer. Once you find the IP address, send the IP address where you can retrieve more information about the IP. So I hope they are talking about this airing URL. Let me copy this, copy link address, and I'm pasting it over here. Yeah, that's the correct answer. So now you might get an idea how to analyze the email header. So if I see this particular email, I can understand this is the particular ID from where the email has been originated. Perfect. Now let me move on to the next topic, email body. So this is the second part in every email. The email body is part of the email which contains you text or plain or some with some attachments. Below is an example. So this is simple text only email, and here you can see an email with an HTML link. So the above email contains the image which was logged by the email client and embedded hyperlinks. HTML is what makes it possible to add these elements to an email. So here they give the simple HTML code, and in the specific email web client program mail, the option to switch back to HTML is called HTML. So the email client also offers the HTML view of a specific email, and it will be different for different email clients. So you have to keep it in mind. And let's see the next one. The following example is an HTML formatted email from Netflix as an attachment, and the web client is Yahoo. So you can see the attachment here, and the email body has an image. So it contains an image as attachment, and the email also a PDF document. So here you can see the source code. It contains random characters, the base 64 encoded characters, and this base 64 simply represents this PDF and the image. Okay. So here you can see from the above example, we can see the headers associated with this attachment, content type, application, and PDF. So let's see the original header here. As I said, the content type is text and plain in our email, and content disposition specifies the attachment. So here you can see the header called content. When I put the email, when I put the answer here and submit, it will be correct. And in the above screenshots, what is the name of the PDF attachment? So let's see what is the name. So here you can see the payment, the PDF name, payment hyphen update. I may use this cyber chef to decode the base 64 encoded string. I paste it here, and I'm removing the unwanted path. Let me decode. So now we can see the decoded path. It begins with person PDF, which indicates a PDF header. So this must be a PDF document, and I'm saving this content as like uh, flag.pdf. Let's say flag.pdf, and I save it. So when I open this flag.pdf, I can see the flag here. Let me put it here to finish this. All right. Now let's see another part, types of phishing. So the phishing classified into various types based on its attack vector, based on its uh, victims. So or else based on its medium. So let's see what are all those different type of malicious emails can be classified. Let's see the spam. You might aware this unsolicited junk email sent out to bulk to large number of recipients. The more malicious variants of spam known as small spam. Okay, and phishing. The email sent to targets purporting to be trust entity to lure the individuals to get some sensitive data. And spear phishing. How the phishing differs from spear phishing. Let's see. Takes phishing a step further by targeting specific individual or organization. So that is called spear phishing. And the intention is same to gain the sensitive info. And let's see what is whaling. Whaling is similar to spear phishing, but when they target the topmost individuals, like the head of the organization. So in that case, it becomes whaling. And smishing. How we can say a specific email as, I mean, not email, how we can say a specific method as phishing. Text phishing is a mobile devices by targeting mobile users to specifically with crafted text messages. It always need not to be an email as a medium. It can also be a simple SMS. And let's say the next one, phishing. Phishing is similar to smishing, but instead of text messages, it uses the voice calls or video calls. So these are the few types of phishing. And let's see the next one. Before, the typical characteristics of email phishing emails have in common. So these are all the typical phishing email characteristics. So if you face any email, you may try to apply these particular conditions against the email to detect whether it is phishing or not. The sender email address will masquerade with the trust entity. The email subject and the email body is designed to match trusty entity, and the email body poorly formatted and written. Email body use generic content like dear sir and madam when they are very very important. So our intention is to analyze, examine the behavior of the email without clicking or executing any files in it. Okay, and let's see hyperlinks and IP addresses should be defined. Define is a method of what can we say? Method of adding some special characters to make the URL or IP invalid. So let's see the technique here. This is what they call as defan. HTTP following occurs when URLs are defined. HTTP is switched to HXXP. FTP is switched to FXP to prevent the uh, inadvertent execution. Okay, so if you represent an IP address, you can represent it like this, and we can also define a specific URL in cyber checks. Let me showcase. Now, as an input, I gave a simple URL, and here, if I want to defang this particular URL, I can type here defang URL. When I am cooking the recipe, I can see the defang URL here. So you can use this URL anywhere you want without the fear of execution. So this is the concept of defanging. And analyze the email title to email l3.yml within virtual machine and answer the below questions. So we have another task now. Now all we need is to analyze another email file. But we have another way to find these encoded emails. Since the parameters are encoded in the header, I can use this Outlook line to import the EML file to see what the content is. In order to do that, I'm going to file section. In the file section, when I try to open saved messages, here I can click the specific EML file and simply open it. So if I open, here I can see what is the exact subject of the email. Let's copy its subject, post it here. That's the correct answer. And what is the trusted entity is this email masquerading as? So let's see. This is the answer. Thank you, Home Depot. Copying name and email address. Let me paste it over here. We need to add this around. Sorry, the Home Depot. Yeah, this is the answer. Now let's see what is the URL link for. Click here, enter the define URL. If I hover my cursor here, I hope you can see at the bottom it displays another URL. So let me right click and copy the link, copy link location, then paste it here. It's not the right answer, and I need to enter the D family URL. So I'm copying the same and gonna use CyberChef. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you. Hope you really enjoyed this. If you learned really some new things, then consider hitting the like button, and you can share this video among your friends. If you have any opinion, drop it in the comment section, and I'll be reading those. And without forgetting, subscribe my channel. I need your support, so try to give it. I'll catch you next time with another exciting video. Until then, I'm signing off. Um, love you guys.